What a run it was for the Drexel Dragons during the postseason last year. We're joined now by the head coach of Drexel, Denise Dillon. You guys go 28-10. You give Delaware all they can handle in the CAA championship game, and then you go out and you win the WNIT. What did that mean for your program to be crowned a champion in a national postseason tournament?
Well, obviously winning a championship is instrumental for your program. Our players, as you mentioned with the Delaware game, it was a tough battle, as every game with Delaware happens to be, and our players just stayed on point, recognizing they had an opportunity to play another championship if we kept the run going, and couldn't be more proud of the accomplishment we had last year, and hoping the program, the players returning, that they understand the importance of showing up every day and building on this for our program's future.
And speaking of future, Megan Creighton, she was an all-rookie player last year. So with her being a sophomore, what have you seen from her that has changed from this point last season?
Well, one thing, just experience-wise, you can see she knows what needs to be done out there. Megan has a tremendous basketball IQ. She really understands the game. She really is a coach on the court. What we're looking for from Megan, and we're asking it at a young age. You know, she's only a sophomore, but we're looking for her to be more vocal on the floor, just directing more aggressively. You know, we lost Holly Mershon, who was a natural leader and had the ability to do that, and we're asking Megan to really step into that role, but not lose what she does well, and just her calmness and her demeanor out on the floor certainly helps.
Creighton was the first freshman in 6 years in your program to score 20 points in a game. Another freshman, though, had some ability to score the ball. Talk about Rachel Pearson. Right. She seemed to play her best against the best teams in the league. Had good performances against Delaware, good game against JMU as well. Is she ready to take the next step this year?
I believe so. It's been obvious to start the season. I think she really improved in many areas over the summer. The number one thing she improved on was her strength. You know, just the endurance, being able to go for a longer period of time on the floor, being able to handle the physical aspect of the game at this level. So she knows her role is changing, but we still are counting on her to spot up at the three-point line and let them fly.
Coach, what do you think the biggest challenge will be this season for your team coming off of a 28-win season? You can get comfortable with that. How are you continuing to hold them accountable to higher standards?
Well, it's really, there's a lot of new faces for us. So it's their turn to get on the floor, to show what they're about. They practiced endlessly last season, the season before, with a lot of them, again, without the game experience, but their opportunity to play. We need to remain patient. I said the coaches have to be patient because there are a lot of inexperienced players on the floor, but they have to stay hungry and represent the program and do what those before them have done, but show up each day and just willing to battle night in, night out.
For so long, the reputation of your Drexel program was the offense, the ball movement, the outside shooting. When you guys are executing, you're so much fun to watch. But in recent years, you guys have switched to that matchup zone,
right,
and you've kind of turned into more of a defense-laden team. Do you feel like the reputation of your program has changed, and that's kind of the building block that you kind of build your program around?
Well, I would like the defense to remain a foundation for us. But unfortunately, it seems like the offense is more exciting for every player. But we do need to keep that intensity. For us to be successful, for us to have a chance to beat teams that we may be outmatched against, we have to focus on the defense. And the matchup zone really has been helpful for us. Just we're outsized sometimes and just outnumbered on the floor. So it might help us to just remain intense on the defensive end and keep people out of the paint.
When you lose a couple of starters, I know the matchup zone is a very complicated
right,
defense, and young players need to know where they have to be on the floor. How much of a challenge is that during the preseason?
Oh, it's a great challenge. Yeah, these 3 weeks have been challenging coaching-wise. They've been challenging for the players, but that's what you want. You want them to mentally be fatigued. We talk about that each practice. We want you guys to be thinking so much throughout the practice. You're trying to figure what we're about, what we're doing, so that when the games roll around, now you don't have to think. You allow us to think and you just play. So it has been challenging, but again, each day the players have stepped up. They come in, they're ready, they're eager, and it's a long season, so they're understanding. Again, be patient, learn, and work it out as the year goes on.
The WNIT champion Drexel Dragons looking to continue that momentum this year. Denise Dillon, their head coach. Thanks so much for taking the time to
Thank
join
you.
us.